transfer of characteristics from parents to offspring is known as heredity or inheritance. Traits like eye color and height are transferred from parent to child. These are called hereditary characteristics. Hair, skin color, eye, and free or attached earlobes are a few examples of hereditary characteristics that are transferred from parents to offspring.
But how are these traits passed on from parents to the offspring?
Good question. The answer lies in the nucleus of each cell in our body. The nucleus contains thread-like structures called chromosomes. Chromosomes are the basis of heredity and occur in pairs. In each pair, one chromosome comes from the father, while the other comes from the mother.
But how do we get the chromosomes from our parents?
Chromosomes that come from the father are in the sperm, and chromosomes that come from the mother are in the egg. During fertilization, the sperm and the egg fuse together. A new individual grows from this fertilized egg with 23 chromosomes from the father and 23 from the mother. Look at this picture of human chromosomes. Can you count them? Each strand is a chromosome, so together there are 46 chromosomes in humans. The number of chromosomes varies for different species of animals and plants. Humans have 46 chromosomes, cats have 38 chromosomes, and onions have only 18. A chromosome is made up of DNA molecules packed together. The shape of the DNA looks like a twisted ladder, also called a double helix. Each chromosome is made up of thousands of genes.
Genes? What are genes?
Genes are the basic units of heredity located on chromosomes. They are short sections of DNA responsible for the transmission of characteristics from parents to offspring. Every hereditary characteristic in an organism, for example height, eye color, shape of the earlobe, is controlled by genes.
Gregor Mendel was frustrated.
Verflixt!
He'd studied the work of other plant hybridizers closely, but their observations were general and their conclusions fuzzy. Mendel had noticed regular patterns in the hybrid flowers he grew. He decided to track traits across generations. He chose the garden pea for his experiments because it had clearly defined traits. He focused on 7 contrasting pairs of traits and crossed plants that differed for each trait. To create hybrids, Mendel cross-fertilized parent plants by hand. When his first crop of hybrids grew, they exhibited the characteristics of only one parent. Mendel called this trait the dominant one. The other trait had disappeared, but not forever. When Mendel left these plants to fertilize themselves, the hidden trait returned in the next generation, outnumbered 3 to 1 by the dominant trait. Mendel called this trait recessive. Mendel realized that whatever was governing the recessive traits was still there in the first hybrids, deep down in their cells, and had been transmitted to the second generation. Mendel let these hybrids self-fertilize too. In their offspring and in later generations, a pattern emerged. Mendel did the math and concluded that whatever determined the traits, he called them elements, we call them genes, were present in the parents in pairs, but split during reproduction, passing to the offspring in a predictable way. Mendel went on to cross peas that differed in more than one trait. The first generation plants were all the same, all dominant traits, but the second had every possible combination of traits, again in regular patterns. Mendel concluded that the elements governing those traits were not passed on together. Mendel conducted these experiments over multiple generations, patiently growing plants, counting peas, and recording patterns for 8 years.